What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 55 of our Detroit Tigers franchise. And in this one, we've got episode 4 of our offseason with the Tigers. So, a couple things that we need to go over today, and then we'll get right into spring training. Trade Matt Moore, yes or no? So we'll look at that. And then setting the 40-man roster so we can prepare for the Rule 5, which I'll show in a little simulation. And then basically we're going to do everything to get ourselves into spring training because, like I said in a lot of these videos, I really want to get this series going and back going in full force. So let us go ahead and look at the trade of Matt Moore and see if it makes sense. So in the last video, I showed you guys some offers for Matt Moore. And although some of them made sense, like if you look at Jordan Zimmerman at 84 overall, Didi Gregorius 77, and then Eddie Rosario, it's a solid trade. It's not bad, right? But look at our cash flow. It definitely goes down by a lot. So that is not something that I feel like we're accomplishing anything by getting older at starting pitching. We do get younger with Gregorius and Rosario. They're very competent major league players, but with Rosario playing left field, you know, there's not much going on for him. I don't see how he fits into our plans since we do have Profar and Grichuk we just signed to a long-term deal. And then Gregorius at shortstop. You know, with Nunez getting older, obviously Gregorius would be a nice add, but seeing how Nunez is going to give us like maybe 2 or maybe 1 or 2 more years of solid baseball, it doesn't make sense for us to go after Gregorius and have him just pitch in, right? So that's my thought process on the Yankees trade. So let's take a look at the Blue Jays trade, which is the one that I was really considering. So Aaron Sanchez, 85 at 26 years old. He's 3 years younger than Matt Moore. Our cash flow goes up because, and actually they changed this offer on us, guys. They wanted Darwin Barney. They were offering us Darwin Barney. Let's just see this. So it was Aaron Sanchez, and it was a relief pitcher, and I don't remember who exactly it was, but I think it was... Where did he go? It was a relief pitcher. I know it was. Well, regardless. Yeah, Andy Johns. That's who it was. When I look at this trade, it makes sense because I expressed interest in trying to shave off some cap, shave off some salary. $9 million for Matt Moore compared to $3 million for Aaron Sanchez. Looking at Aaron Sanchez, though, he is in his final year, which is kind of concerning for me because I don't know how much money he's going to ask for when he hits free agency. And one of the reasons with MLB The Show, it doesn't give you a chance to re-sign players mid-season. I mean, you do get a week there before the offseason to, you know, get your house in order before free agency period hits, so that's fair. But, you know, I can't anticipate how much Sanchez is going to ask for. And, you know, if he asks for 8.5 per year, that's definitely going to be a good thing, right? To get rid of Matt Moore, who is making $9 million this season, 9.4 next season, and then 9.9. So he maxes out at almost $10 million. And he's going to be 31. He's going to be 31 years old at that point. So that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But like I said, Aaron Sanchez could easily do the same thing. And he's younger. So he's probably going to ask for more money. You know, his overall is probably going to rise within the next couple seasons. So trying to look forward and, you know, have some forward thinking, I'm going to stick with Matt Moore. I really want to pull the trigger on this with Aaron Sanchez and this Andy Johns. I really do. The cash flow goes up by quite a bit. But seeing how the free agency period is over and there's not very many free agents to get, any big names to grab, trading a guy like Matt Moore, who gives us a left-handed presence in the starting rotation with Danny Norris, it makes sense, but it doesn't at the same time. So I'm going to just deter, and I'm not going to go this route. I really did want to pull the trigger on getting Aaron Sanchez, but like I said, guys, I don't know what's going to happen with Aaron Sanchez. And if he's going to end up asking for more money than Matt Moore is, I would rather pay that extra cost for the consistency and the knowing factor of what you're looking at budgetary-wise. So we're going to stick with Matt Moore. I do want to go over one more thing with a player that I was eyeing, and it was Tyler Chatwood. I do like Tyler Chatwood. I think he's a very solid pro. And, at $2.8 million a year, I'd like to sign him for depth reasons. So we are going to offer him a contract. And then we've also got Tom Goslin. Hopefully he re-signs. So all in all, guys, I think once he signs, we're going to be looking pretty good as far as our roster goes with pitching. So we do have some young guys mixed in: Marco Guzman, Ryan Marshall, Tom Goslin. If he signs, I'd like to get him some innings, whether that's in the major league level or whether that's in AAA. He spent a lot of time in AAA, so I wish they would show you his AAA stats, because this guy has performed. This guy has performed. I remember when we were looking back at some other older videos that we were kind of just scrolling through here like this, and you would see Tom Goslin's numbers. He's been pretty solid in AAA, so he deserves a shot. As you guys can see, he pitched 15 innings for us in the majors last season, and, didn't do too bad, but wasn't great either. So I feel like we need to get him some time. Hopefully we can maybe stick him in for some spot starts. Maybe somebody gets hurt and the like. So John Neese can definitely help us, but I would like to go with Tyler Chatwood in that kind of emergency situation versus Jonathan Neese. But Neese is a nice guy to offer some legitimacy to the AAA club, to attract more fans, more attendance, more winning, culture, you name it. So that's how we're going to roll with it. So hopefully those guys sign. I will simulate here and see what we got. So let's do this right now, guys. All right, so 40-man rosters must be set by tomorrow. So players not protected on the 40-man rosters may be eligible to be selected during the upcoming Rule 5 draft. So we do want to stop simulating. So I wonder what the deal is with Chatwood. Did he not sign with us yet? Okay, so he's not signed with us. All right, so we got to set that 40-man roster, boys. So let's do that. I'm going to go off screen here in just 1 second. I'll be back, but I'm going to count through and see how many players are actually on our roster right now. Actually, 40-man is right there. 40-man. We got 24. That's 38. We have 39 guys on our 40-man roster right now. So maybe I don't have to go off screen. So what the 40-man roster, guys, is, if you guys are confused by it, I know that I was confused for quite some time before I actually just decided to dig deep into it and figure it out, but that was years ago. But a player that's not on a team's 40-man roster is eligible, but they have to be signed at age 19 or older and have spent 4 years or more in professional baseball. So that's most guys. That's most guys. If you've played 4 years or more in minor league baseball or professional baseball, if you were signed at 19 or older, meaning you were drafted, you're eligible to be drafted in the Rule 5. So since there's no spot here, and that also goes for 18-year-olds, I do have to add that in there, but they have to spend 5 years in pro ball to be eligible for it. But taking a look here, guys, look at Alex Linder. This guy, I like this guy. 79 overall. He just keeps getting better. He's a very solid second baseman for us. He has never seen major league action, though, so I feel bad for him. But if we look at his stats, there's nowhere here that shows if he's eligible for the Rule 5. If you go into his player card, if you look to the bottom right-hand corner, he is eligible for the Rule 5 draft. He's 29 years old. So obviously he was drafted at 18 or 19 or older. He's definitely spent 4 years and 5 years playing professional baseball. So he's eligible because he's not on our 40-man. I want to protect a guy like that. So I'm going to sign him to our 40-man roster. So that is a good thing. Boom, boom, boom. And then Pablo Sanchez, a guy like this, not on the 40-man roster right now. But if we look, he was drafted at 18, but obviously that means he wasn't spending any time in Major League Baseball, right? So we just drafted him. Not eligible for the Rule 5. So we don't have to put Pablo Sanchez on our 40-man, which is a solid thing. Raymond Armas, good player. I do like Armas. He's not eligible. So even though he's 23, he's not eligible for the Rule 5 draft. I think he's got to play one more season. So we're just going to leave him alone. And guys, all I'm doing right now is I'm just protecting players. So I will set the 40-man roster up the way that I want it later on as we get ready for spring training. Felipe Gutierrez, not eligible. Leland Boyce, not eligible. So I'm going to go ahead and run through this, and then I will show you guys the 40-man roster that I'm protecting. All right, guys, so this is the 40-man roster. This is not official. Obviously, this is not everybody that I want on the Major League team, but this is just guys that I'm protecting. So the issue now is that once I take some of these guys off of the 40-man come spring training, they have to go through the waiver process. So teams will then have a chance to acquire those players. But I'm going to take the chance. I don't want players being drafted out of Rule 5 if I don't have to. I would rather have teams set their depth charts and set their rosters up before spring training, and then once I remove players, they're not gonna want to sign those guys because, well, there's no need to since their roster's already filled up, right? So basically, it puts the onus on them rather than base it on need where they sign players. They're looking at their depth chart and their roster, and they're saying, well, we don't really need a guy that's like a 66 or a 68 overall player. So that's kind of what my thought process is for players like that. So who did we add onto the 40-man? So we've got, let's take a look here. Let's go down, down, down. Bobby Borders. So he was eligible. C potential, 27 years old, 69 overall. This is the type of player that would get signed. Alberto Guzman was on there already. So was Rico Rodriguez, Dixon. Jacoby Jones was on the Rule 5 eligible list. Don't want to lose a guy like Jacoby Jones. Josh Culmenter, depth guy. Joe Nemeth was the last player that I wanted to keep. 64 overall. I was really hesitant on him, whether or not I wanted to put him on the 40-man or not. But 64 overall, I figured why not, right? 24 years old. So if you guys look over to the roster information corner in the upper right, you'll see 40-man roster, 22-16, that is 38, and then 2. So that is 40. So we're set there. We just got to make a couple cuts for the double-A team, possibly. I don't know if you can move them over to single-A, but I think the computer might be able to do that. We'll move 2 over. Actually, we need to move some AAA guys to the major leagues to get that 25-man roster set. So we'll go ahead and do that. AAA roster. So we need to get Manuel Margot to the majors. I'd like to get Kyle Ryan to the majors. Let's see, we only got 2 moves left. So we need to get Vernon Geary to the majors for sure. And then I'd like to get DH, right field, center field, left field, left field. Okay, so our outfield is set. Shortstop needs to get work done. So let's put our boy here, Gavin Cecchini, in the majors. I'd like to see what he's got. We could do Alex Linder and give him a chance, but he does not play shortstop. Kind of a big one for me. So let's see if we can get Gavin. But Linder's a better player. He deserves it. Alex Linder deserves it, man. He really does. 29 years old. Cannot stick a guy in there like that forever. Right? It's a pretty bad thing to do, right? Let's give him a shot. Let's give him a shot. Move to the majors. Welcome to the majors, Alex Linder. All right, so we do have a 25-man roster for the majors now. Looking at the AAA roster, I would have liked to see Kyle Ryan. Sorry, I'm really freaking out over here with the Josh Commenter, Alex Wilson. Okay, starting pitching is pretty good. I would have liked to see Kyle Ryan get the call, but you know, we'll have to see what happens in spring training. So okay, guys, we are set. We're good. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this because I don't want anything goofy to happen. I want to see what happens in the Rule 5, and then we'll go from there. Just in case the CPU decides, oh, I'm going to take over your roster because you have 26 people on your Major League team. So I'm going to save this, and I'll be right back. All right, so check this out. Texas has claimed Chris Carter off of waivers from Detroit, and then Yimi Garcia cleared waivers and has been sent to AAA Toledo. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't even know that he was really on a contract with us. I don't think he is. Yeah, he's not on contract with us. So he's still in the free agency. Pretty interesting to me. Let's check out what happened here to AAA. Oh, Yimi Garcia happened. We did not sign Goslin or Chatwood yet. Come on, guys. What's the deal here? Let's go. Okay, Tyler Chatwood is a Tiger. 41. Yeah, we got to fix that. And then Josh Fedgley, it doesn't even look like he's signing, so. Let's get Commenter off the 40, man. I hate doing it to him, but gotta do it. That way if Goslin signs. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and go into the Rule 5 draft. Just to see who's available and what kind of players we might be able to add that might be able to help us out. So let's see what happened here. Bryant McManus. So 69 overall. See, that's kind of what we were looking at. Greg Carpenter, 69. Texas gets a reliever. William Gonzalez goes to the Reds. Let's see what we got. Yeah, so not really anything. So these players have to play on the Major League roster. That's part of the bad thing that goes along with selecting a Rule 5 type of player. Matt Alvarez, 69 overall, 67. Yeah, guys, we don't need any of these players. 72, Bryant Redding. Look at the velocity on this guy. That actually might help, but that would be a nice little cheap option, don't you guys think? Damon Carnett, 68 overall, 23 years old. Too much of a risk, guys. We're looking to repeat. 76, Barack Farley? Some pretty solid players in here. Brian Camacho. Felix Quintero. Edmund Kennedy, Oswaldo Peralta. Ooh, Larry Taylor, 78 overall pitcher. And he has to play in the major leagues. That sucks, guys, because I don't know if we have room for him, you know? He could be a nice relief option. You got Matt Bush, but that pushes people down. I mean, Alex Wilson, he would be out of a job, probably. Kyle Ryan would be out of the job in the major leagues. He'd be sent down. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. Larry Trailer, 78 overall pitcher. I mean, look at his numbers there. Not too bad. Control is pretty high. I mean, look at Guzman's control. Nice's control. Nice is known for his control. Berengeri control, 71. Alex Wilson, 73 control. Norris, 52. He's pretty solid. He's pretty solid. He can go. He can go the distance, too. We're going to do it, guys. We're going to do him. And then I want to know if there's other players out here that we could maybe like positionally. I doubt it, though. I think it's mostly just Francis Coronado. I guess we don't really have any room for positional players. Yeah. We don't really have any room for positional players, guys. I think it makes sense to go this route. Now it just depends on what you value in a pitcher. This guy's gonna strike people out. He has no control though. I like Larry Trailer. Let's do it. Nice. Cool, guys. All right, sweet. We are at the winter meetings now. Let's go to our team. We do have 40 men on the roster. Is Larry Trailer on the roster? On the 40-man. He must be. Yes, he is. Cool. So we got our 40-man. We got 2 people in the majors, 3 people in AAA. So we need to move some people down from AAA to AA, which we can probably do that later on, or I can just do this now. Move Alberto Guzman down. I don't really want to move Rico Rodriguez down, though. Okay. All right. We'll figure out MLB in a few moments, but I think this is a good thing. Giants offered us a trade. They want Michael Fulmer for Brandon Crawford and Miguel Sano. That is going to be a no. That's going to be denied. Even though Brandon Crawford, 88 overall, pretty good player, right? I love Brandon Crawford. Defensively, he's really good. Miguel Sano would give us a lot of power. I know there are a couple guys that really wanted me to go after Miguel Sano. Definitely an upgrade as far as offensive performance goes to Alex Bregman, but both the same age, kind of makes some sense. The cash flow would go up somehow. Somehow it goes up. But we're not giving up Michael Fulmer, guys. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. So, declined. Thank you, Giants, for entertaining the offer. So, let's just get ready and get into spring training. Look at some arbitration. They sided with Fedgley. Cool. All right, guys. We're in for spring training. Let's take a look at the final roster. 39 of 40 right now for the major league teams. We do need to call someone up. We can call someone up is what I'm saying. Which, by the looks of it, we should probably call Raymond Armas up. Leland Boyce, he should probably get a look as far as hitting goes. Yeah, we should call Leland Boyce up, I think. Raymond Armas is pretty solid as well, but no power and really no fielding to work with. Let's call Leland Boyce up. I just want to see him. I just want to see what he's got. What? Okay. Let's give him a shot. All right. So, guys, that is it for this episode. We are in spring training. It's time to get ready for this 2019 season. We'll have a little bit of a projection, how everybody looks, what the lineups are going to look like, pitching rotation, everything to get ready for this 2019 season. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time for what appears to be, let's see who we're going to play. I think I want to go, let's go against the World Series winners in real life, the Houston Astros. So where Matt Moore will start. So hopefully he lives up to the faith that we showed him to keep him on the team. So guys, I will see you next time for episode 1/56, episode 56. But episode 1 of the 2019 season. I can't wait. We're defending World Series champions, looking to repeat, or just I will see you in the next video. Leave a like if you like this thing, and if you're new to the channel and you like it, love it, you want more of it, you know what to do. Hit that little red subscribe button or my logo to always get updates on Detroit Tigers franchise videos, NCAA, Madden, you name it. We got it. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace.